Hi everyone, Mihai, Circle of Being, Somatic Shadow Work, Somatic Psychotherapist. So I want to share about something, and where I'm coming from is that not only I'm very passionately interested in this type of spiritual teachings, consciousness teachings, but I'm also working with people every day, many people, every day for years. And I see what's happening in their mind, in their heart. So I don't just have like some book kind of, I'm just some kind of spiritual guy, kind of with books. So yeah, I'm a spiritual guy with books and trying to apply this in my own life for a long time. But also I see a lot of people, yeah? And I know what's happening, and I'm grateful that I can see all these people, and yeah, I'm grateful for them for being open and sharing with me, and helps me understand the peculiarities of our psychic on this planet. And we are less evolved than we think, much less evolved than we think, and yet we have so much potential. All right, so I see this phenomena. I want to let you all kind of keep an eye on this. So some people come to me, they are struggling. They have some suffering in their life, some trigger, some misfortune, some breakup, several breakups, some loss of job, something which kind of stirs their pain body, psychological suffering, and then they are looking for therapies, looking for a group. They come to me. I introduce them to some kind of basic awareness-based teachings, how to be aware of themselves more, how to be less sucked into their thoughts, how to observe thoughts. I teach them how to see that the thoughts are not you, thoughts are not me, the thoughts is just a small fractal of me. Teach them about mindfulness, about being aware, about not being identified with thoughts, about how to be with feelings. This is actually very hard to get because we are so deeply been deeply conditioned, and we receive this transmission from our parents that we are squirming about having feelings. We don't like feelings. We don't like to feel unpleasant. So we have this strong mechanism of either we are sucked fully into the feeling, or we are resisting the feeling. Creates a lot of problems. So it's interesting. A lot of what I do, I teach people how to be with their feelings. And it's interesting that I don't start with that because it's too advanced. So this really shows the low level of the psychic of the human planet here. And I'm including myself there, yeah? Not above. Anyway, my whole point is that I teach some basic skills of being more aware, being more present, and I teach some basic skills how to process their pain body. And then the person, they feel within like maybe a few months, they feel better. They can realize some illusionary aspect of what came up for them, and they, through their inner work with better knowledge and guidance, they are rising above that particular thing, and then they feel good, and they're like, yeah, I got this. And anyway, and then because they feel better, they don't come anymore. They don't come to one-on-one. They don't come to group. They are not feeding the work, yeah? And what happens is that after some time, I see them and they're like, how are you doing, man? I'm not doing good, man. I'm not doing good. It's bad. I'm suffering. This happens. That happens. So I've seen this many times. So what I want to say is that to be doing good in your life, to actually be doing good, it actually requires a lot of effort, a lot of conscious effort, a lot of higher knowledge, wisdom, and a lot of practice to really be doing good long term in a stable way requires a lot of effort. It's an art and a science. Yeah. And people are naive. They think that, oh, I just do a little bit here, I come to this therapist a little bit, or I just do a little bit of work, I dabble with it, I play with it for maybe 6 months or less, that's going to be enough. No, it's not enough. So often I see this thing, people are doing a little bit better, and they're like, well, I'm doing better, I don't have this suffering, so I'm not going to go to continue the work. And so what happens is that their gains are not stabilized. Their gains are not stabilized. It's still overall lower level of consciousness. There's still the huge momentum of and burden of pain body in our system. And they don't meditate, they don't practice, they don't process. So what happens, their inner work, their evolution stalls. They're suffering again. My point here is that if you're really, really, really interested in inner exploration and really changing your life to really be doing good, it is important to stay committed to the inner work for a longer period of time and to put yourself in situations where they are nourishing your work. It's reminding about your work. You are in the presence of other people who are doing similar work. That's genuine inner work. It's not just new agey putting some positivity on top of trauma. That doesn't fucking work, man. So I'm saying this for you all, not for me to have more clients or for me to make money. I'm saying this is a spiritual truth. If you want to, it's a law, if you actually want to really make progress, it's important to make effort in a consistent direction for a long time. And usually we are too asleep to do that. So we make a little effort, then we forget, we fall asleep. And so it's important to give oneself constant reminder. Rumi, the Sufi poet, said, spend time in the company of those who remind you of your Lord, who not only speak wisdom, but are that. Yeah? So initially, we don't have enough psychic power, we don't have enough solidity of our consciousness. So for a long time, we need to be reminded, we need to be nourished, until this evolutionary impulse becomes really strong, and then you can't stop it, and then it becomes part of you. There's another saying people say, or one of my wise people I studied, Lester Levinson, go high to release. So basically, like, work, and when you're doing well, then keep working. Don't stop inner work when you're doing well. When you're doing well, now is the time to keep going more. And actually, when you're doing well, now is the time to release more deeper subconscious stuff. So whoever has ears, may hear. Myself, I've been doing this for a long time. I created a permanent tendency to evolve within. I still go to groups, I still do some therapy with someone, or I talk to some wise person, I bounce some ideas, I have a wise friend. I'm, even after all these years, I feel the need to get a little booster shot of wisdom. I do this often. So, all right. Well, remember your work. Remember to stop from time to time and quiet your mind. Just be. Just aware aware of the body, aware of the world. Let yourself be touched by beauty. Slow down. Slow down this mechanical efficiency of do, attain. Slow down.